So I wanted to have a little trash thing. Okay, couple things to remember. Just like when you cut an apple, right? What do you do when you cut apples or potatoes? You leave them out to be exposed to the air? Put them in water because they oxidize very quickly. These banana things oxidize faster than I've ever seen anything oxidize. So I have them in water here that's got acid in it, right? It's, what's that called when you have water with acid in it? You know what that term's called? Who said that? Somebody said something. Say it loud. Okay, I'll say it just in case you were wrong. It's called acidulated water.
Okay.
Okay. That's pretty fancy, right? Did you ever think the word acidulated before?
No.
Now you got another thing you never thought before. How cool is that? So acidulated water will keep these from turning brown. I'm going to cut one in half right now so you can see, we can watch together how fast it's going to turn brown. Okay, so we'll leave this out for a couple minutes. Let's keep an eyeball on it. I got the gloves on, not so much for serve safe, which is correct, and I should. But these have this nasty, sticky stuff that sticks on your knives and sticks on your hand and then turns black. So you got black, nasty, sticky hands, and you say, "Hi, how are you today?" And you don't look so good. So one traditional way to do it is to rub your hands in oil. And the videos that I was watching was from Cambodia, and they were using mustard oil. And I said, why don't I just put on gloves? I have gloves, so I don't have to rub my hands with mustard oil. I didn't want my knife to get all slippery with mustard oil. So let's prepare some of this. Like I said, you're going to peel these back. You see the difference between this and this? Right? So we'll be there in a few seconds. I don't know anything to do to eat this part. I know that I can put it on a plate and it looks real pretty with the salad on the inside, and we'll do that. But I don't know if we can eat that yet. It's really tough. Want to take a bite out of that, Chef?
What does it look like if you blanch it? Get right.
Make it a little brighter.
Yeah.
Blanch and shock it. But I don't think you can eat it because it's fiber, right? It's meant to protect. It's meant to protect all of these flowers in here, right? God made it sturdy on the outside so these flowers stay protected, and they'll turn into the real bananas. So this is really quite difficult to take off these petals. It really gives you a run for your money. And every time I break it, I want to dip it in a little bit of acidulated water so that it doesn't turn brown on me. We're going to make a salad out of this a little bit later. Would you like to eat the gray-brown kind of salad or the nice, fresh, white, crispy-looking salad?
White.
Kind of like that. I don't think it tastes any different, but it looks pretty bad. I bought some of these at the store last week, and they were old. So they were almost completely black on the inside. And I spent like $2.50 for each of them, and I was very disappointed when I opened it up to see how black. So when I put the posters on the walls, I said, if you have some from home, bring them in fresh. I was blessed. Students brought in some fresh ones here, and they're looking good. So look at that already, huh? Was that about 2 minutes?
Fast.
Something like that. That's fast. So thanks for the reminder. You're going to dip it in there. You peel it off. Generally, if it's red, it's going to be too tough to eat, right? Too stringy. So I'm going to peel off all of the red and even some of the pink. I'll just cut off a little bit too. Okay, I'm going to go back in there. Anybody like to peel one? We got 2 to peel? No? Come on. Okay, peel that one over there. You peel this one over here. We're going to have a race. On your marks. Get set.
Go.
Yeah, you are going to get stiff. That's kind of the fun part too. But I'm not. That's the fun part. Go. Good, and let me put yours inside of here. How about that?
Hey, you eat these roll around. Do this. Roll around until it's nice.
Oh, we got one too. Okay, we'll say
Did you know that, right?
Let me see that. Look at this one. Pow! You just cut this off this morning, huh? And it had baby bananas coming up. That little banana flower that I showed
Yeah,
you.
show them. We got a lot of new students.
So in between now, all right? Look at that. Good.
That's
Good.
perfect. Den boy, right? Nice. So, wow.
That's cool.
So it went from this flower, which is interesting, to the beautiful flower. Look at that. Isn't that
That's
cool?
how the bananas grow for you students that came in a little late.
Yeah. So check it out. If these were tulips, this is just my philosophy, or roses, or petunias, I have no idea. I don't really care. I have no care to ever pick a petunia in my life. No, I'm sorry, Mrs. Petunia, but this is food. But what I mean is this is food. So I'm interested in anything that's food. Not so much in petunias and tulips and stuff. I'm not a flower boy, but food. Look how fast. See that already? Now, one person said that if you put it after it's blackened, if you put it in the acidulated water, it will refreshen. So let's leave this one to turn a little bit more black, and then we'll check this one in a couple minutes, see if that's true or not. That's a beautiful specimen there. Put that over here. Put that here for a little bit. So how you doing? Oh, you're down to the core. Very nice. I think that's far enough. Now, once there's no more red, we can eat it. So this is pretty tender. Look how tender that is. That's easy to come apart. So don't peel off anymore. You're good. Yeah, and let's put it right in here. Oh, I think you're good too, Richard. Perfect. Okay, so who won? Oh, it was a tie! Okay. So let me move those over. Okay. Yeah, let's see your hands. Are they sticky yet? Not at all. She has anti-sticky hands. It's a gift.
It's a good idea.
Okay, cool. So let me clean up some of these little flowery things. So here's how we're going to use it. Right? Let's see if that one has turned back. Yeah, that still looks pretty brown. I'm going to put it in here. So we're just going to cut them. If they're small, I'm just going to cut it straight through like that. We're kind of fancy, so I'm doing it on a bias here. This is getting big down here, so I'm going to cut it in half. Look at that one. See, it's getting a little black on the inside.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you really anymore which ones people brought that they cut down yesterday or the day before. I'll bet you the ones that we just did this morning aren't going to be black like that. So I don't want to eat any of the black stuff. You can eat it, right? I don't want to serve you the black stuff, so I'm going to cut out the black part. The stuff I just cut, I'm going right back into the acidulated water.
So that black is from picking the plant too early?
Yeah, I guess the best is to pick it a la minute, as soon as you want it. And or pick it and put it in acidulated water, wrap it up, something like that. The ones that I got at the food town, I don't know when they were picked, but they were almost all black on the inside. And they just didn't look good. I ate them, and they didn't taste bad, but they didn't look good. I didn't want to serve it to you. Nice and thin. If you have a green piece of paper, tell us what you got. I call these banana blossoms. Chef Carrero, what do you got? So in China, what do they call them, Chef Carrero, with a Portuguese Rhode Island accent? This ought to be funny.
Shang Chao Fu.
Shang Chao Fu, exactly correct. Give me a hand, Shang Chao Fu. That's my interpreter. Okay, who else has got? What do you got?
In Japan they call them banana no subomi.
Banana no sukome, yay! Very good. Look how white, look at that, huh? Just cut, this one was absolutely fresh versus this one that's been sitting out a couple minutes. So again, I'm going to dip them in here so they stay fresh. What do you got?
Kheer Kafu.
Kheer Kafu in India. Good, I want to make sure wherever you go in the world, you know how to order whatever you order in there. What do you got?
In Indonesia, Jantung Ifan.
Let us see how that's spelled. That's what you said, Jen Hong Pi Song. That's on, hey, this is serious, it's on the test, okay? Make sure you study these things. What do you got?
Thailand, it's Dak Kawal.
Dakhalakukluya. Chef Kerr, how do you say it?
Oh.
He's from Rhode Island. You got one more? What do you got, Christopher?
Sri Lanka, Kelman now.
Hal now brown cow. Palamau.
Palamau.
Right? So check this out. Some countries, some customs, some places eat it raw, and that's what we're going to do today. So since it's raw, making sure it's cold and fresh, and I'm cutting it very thin. Some places cook it and stir fry it and serve it with other noodles, rice noodles and vegetables, or maybe meat. And if you do that, you don't have to cut it so thin, right? Because you're going to soften it up by the cooking. But we are going to cut ours very, very fine because we want to eat it raw. I'm going to cut off this one little piece there. And you see, look at that side view. All those little flowers are still inside of there, like the flowers we looked at before, but they're very immature, so they're very tender when they're on the inside. So we're cutting them up, we're just going to eat them like that. You can pass that around if you like. That's some of those.
Oh, so those flowers in there are these here?
Yes, but very immature. So that steaming part that gets tough, it's not tough yet. So that one piece away. Okay, so that's all you really do. Cut them up a little bit. So who's got these growing in their backyard or your neighbor's yard? Yeah, maybe ask your neighbor first before you go and take their, unless they're on vacation. Or have a big dog. But in South Florida, we have so many things growing in our backyards, or our neighbor's backyard. I have a place I jog by, and there's amazing mango trees. So I bring a bag sometimes and pick mangoes on the way. People say, take all you want. There's another place right down the street from me that has coconuts. So I pick their coconuts all the time. They don't want them. No, take all you want. I don't want them. They just fall down. Man, beautiful fresh coconut water. The best things you can drink to hydrate yourself. Okay, so we put all this in the acidulated water. Keep it nice and fresh. I want to do this one last one that Dornica did. It's a beautiful little one.
There's a lot, huh, Chuck?
Yeah, a little goes a long way. And when I ask people to bring them in, you never know if you're going to have 1 or 20. So we were blessed, we got a whole bunch. Okay, we're going to keep those last couple just like that, and we'll make the salad out of them. Okay, I'm going to toss them around a little bit so they stay nice and fresh looking. So I acidulated this water with lime juice. What I'm making is got a profile of like Vietnamese flavor to it, maybe Cambodian a little bit. So I wanted to use flavors that all fit together. What else could I have used instead of lime juice?
Vinegar.
What is that, vinegar? I could use any kind of vinegar, but I thought lime juice would taste better for what I wanted to use. You could use lemon juice. You could use any color vinegar. I don't know if I would use balsamic vinegar. It would turn it a strange color and it doesn't really fit in the flavor profile. So you let them go in there for a little bit. Squeeze them out. And strain off. They're nice and crispy and fresh. That's what I really like is the texture. I'll leave a little bit on the side so you can taste without anything else, but they don't have an amazingly strong flavor. They're just a filler. I'll leave some over here, and the rest I'm going to put in a salad. Thank you. Pass that around a little bit. To take one? Just don't take twice, right? No double dipping? Okay, we squeeze that out a little bit. Put it in a big mixing bowl here.
Pass it around, Waldy.
Okay, so I'm going to mix and match some ingredients that I like that I think will taste good with them. They have these nice fresh bean sprouts. Very crispy, tender. Put in some of those. And I've got some mango. And I saw a couple recipes called for really tart green mangoes, and one even called for a really tart green starfruit. And it's my day, it's my salad. I said, no, I want a very sweet mango. So I know those flavors. I decided I want sweet mango in this one for us today. And it will taste wonderful. Mix that up just a little bit. Turn it over. mango will taste lovely. I've got some jalapeno pepper. I have some mint from my backyard. Last night I woke up in the middle of the night and said, oh, I should put mint in there. And I have some good mint in my backyard, so I think mint will taste good. Vietnamese, nice flavor profile. I've got cilantro, a lot of cilantro.
Delicious.
Would you say delicious? Thank you, chef. I got some red bell pepper. I think it would taste nice and sweet, and it's pretty to look at. And I thought you might be hungry, so we're going to turn it into a more hearty. I've got some chicken. It's not vegan anymore. That's okay. So sometimes the idea, you know this with your children too, make something taste really, really good and sneak something new or something healthy inside of it. So the something healthy is something new inside is the banana blossom, but that was shrimp. So we have shrimp and chicken in there. So mix it up a little bit. The banana blossom is very high in vitamin A and vitamin C. Okay? Plus, everything else here is pretty darn healthy too. The meat and the shrimp are very low fat and very low in saturated fats. If you wanted to go vegan without the shrimp and the chicken, it would just be amazingly healthy. That might be too healthy for today. We'll just stir that up a little bit. And then a quick little dressing of lime juice, which matches the lime that went in there originally. That much lime juice. Some sugar to balance off the next ingredient, the fish sauce. Yeah,
You guys did great. All right, he just like shots.
Give me a shot.
yeah.
Like shots.
So how much fish sauce?
That's good.
Who hasn't had fish sauce before?
Just fermented.
Okay.
Just gotta try it. Where's the vanilla?
Who had it yesterday? Hey!
So Will, did they learn what it's made and all that kind of stuff? Yeah. If you haven't had it before, later we'll tell you how it's made.
What's that you just put in
Toasted
there?
sesame seeds and some crushed peanuts, toasted peanuts. What do you think, okay? Chef, can I ask you? Toss it around. The fish sauce adds a really different dimension to it, a different depth of flavor. That's something this fresh doesn't, so far everything else I put has a bright, alive, freshy flavor. It would just taste like a bright, alive, freshy salad. But I wanted it to have some more depth to it, some deeper flavor profile. The fish sauce, the peanuts, and the sesame will do that. So it's like a big party going on in your mouth with lots of different people. Sometimes you have a party and you invite all the people that you know already and they're just like you. That's not so fun. You gotta have different people at the party. So this party's got a lot of different people. Turn it around a little bit. This will be delightful right now. You know when it's really good? Late tonight or tomorrow morning after it's macerated for a little while. Really good. I made way too much at home last weekend, so I ended up eating it for like 3 meals a day for 4 days or something. Everybody in my family had it the first day, and after that they were bored. They didn't want it anymore, so I had to eat the whole thing. Okay. I need just a little taste. There. I think I need some more fish sauce.
Really? What about lime juice?
Pineapple juice.
Just whip up vanilla.
Oh, good. I only use like 3 teaspoons.
Yeah.
And a lot of salad.
Half a bottle, chef. Did anybody or everybody taste the banana blossom all by itself that went around?
Yes.
Yeah. What did it taste like?
Green
Like amazing?
banana.
No, it was delicate. It was
Yeah,
okay.
it's kind of mild. unripened a little bit, had a little, it made you think of green bananas. If you didn't know it was banana, I don't know if you would have thought banana, but some mix.
Thought heart of palm a little bit.
Hard to palm a
Maybe,
little
yeah.
bit. Nice texture, huh? Yeah. So mixed with these other ingredients of texture. Some are sweet, some are sour, some are spicy. I think you're gonna like this. Okay? How about a little taste? Can I get help plating some up? Passing them around? I'll plate some up, thank you. Questions? What do you got? No
What is
questions?
another way that you saw to cook it when you were doing your research?
Yeah,
Besides in a salad.
besides of a salad, saute some garlic, some ginger, and or saute or wok it, and chow it actually, and add any vegetables to it, stir-fried vegetables, add chicken to it, shrimp to it, and then even adding the noodles at the end. Okay? Okay, we're just laying down all of them. So really, as a supplement, I don't think anybody just had a roasted heart of, you know what, that's what we have to try next. Roasted heart of banana blossom. I gotta tell you, I will probably never make this again in my life. Only because I've done it now. I feel better, I'm satisfied. I made it at home, I made it here. I'm gonna go on a website in a day or two, and then I'll make something different. I advise you to constantly be changing your repertoire. Evacuate the building. Evacuate the building. Yeah, don't do the same thing over and over and over. You have to constantly expand your repertoire. One of my sons taught me that one time. One of my sons was probably 8 years old or 9 years old. We had dinner one night and he said, because he was a little weird, he said, "This is like the happiest and yet the saddest day of my life." I said, "Oh, what's going on?" He goes, "This is so wonderful what you prepared for dinner, Dad." I said, "That's good." And then he said, "And I know you'll never make it again." Oh, that's good. You can learn lessons from anyone, out of the mouth of babes, right? So, and that's what I try to do. I never want to make the same food over and over and over and over again. Why would you do that? It's a little juicy at the bottom. Interesting. Hey, look, here's another part. Don't be offended. I'm not concerned whether you like it or not. That's up to you and your mouth and your palate and your preference. I'm concerned that you taste it, that you understand it, that you critique it, and then you can say, "I hate it." That's okay. But you have to know what it's about so that you can decide if you're going to add to your repertoire, if you're going to serve it to your guests. All kind of different stuff going in there. I didn't make it too hot. Often people make it really, really spicy. I didn't want to burn your mouths out. So who's going to Wings and Swings Saturday night, Roger Dean Stadium?
Not sure.
How cool is that? You get to work with 15 chefs from Palm Beach County. You get to help them so they can maybe win the best wings in Palm Beach County. You get to watch a Yankees game, and you get to have a good time. How great is that? All for free. Yeah, the Tampa Yankees, it's kind of the same. For a guy like me, it's the same. Well, that's the Yankees' single A team. When they grow up, they would like to be. A couple more on this side. I think there's forks around there too. Too much pepper, not enough pepper, too much.
Anybody have one?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, get Sean.
Entertainingly.
Clay, you have one?
Yes, thank you.
Good, Clay?
Ray, how's the fish sauce?
I need more.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah,
Good, right?
I really went low on the fish sauce. I didn't want to offend anybody.
Uh-huh. Magical food, right? Magic ingredient.
Right on. Thank you. So now you have eaten a banana blossom.
Hey!
What do you want to do next? I want to do this probably next month. What would you like?
Purple potatoes?
Purple potatoes and peanuts. That's easy.
That brioche with the sugar on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want.
And vanilla.
I don't know how you do that.
Olive.